Hey guys, it's time for the next project of the Sailor Moon series. So this is Sailor Neptune, I hope I'm saying this right. So for her you're going to need some flesh colored clay as always for the base, then some whites for the torso, then some Windsor blue for her little bows, and then you will need this color, and I had to try it several times until I got it right, but I think it's a mixture of peppermints and Windsor blue and also some tropical green or something, so try to get this really rich turquoise-ish kind of color or whatever it is called. Okay, so apart from the clays that you will need, you might want to have some tools handy. So here are my dotting tools. So the large ball end comes in handy when making the indents for the eyes. Then there's this really small end, oopsie, and then the semi-pointy end. You will also need a needle tool if you want to turn her into a charm, so you can poke a hole through the body. Then a head pin, also some blades. I frequently switch between these two, but for her project you will also need, or it is handy, a flexible blade to make the individual strands of hair. You will also need some acrylic paints if you don't want to make the eyes in clay. And I like to use this waterproof, really thin pen to draw the eyelashes and the eyebrows. I think that is it. If I forgot anything, then you will just see what else you will need throughout the video. Okay, so let's get started.
For the head, you want to start out with a conditioned ball of flesh-colored clay and then make an indent for the forehead using one of your tools, and also 2 indents down the sides to form a nose. Then use your fingers to smooth everything out. Remember, a little goes a long way. You can also pinch the clay to make the nose more prominent. Then take a larger dotting tool and make 2 indents for the eyes. I decided to go with oval eye sockets because that's what the chibis look like on my pictures. Then take your needle tool and twisting and pushing at the same time, drive through the head.
So for the body there's like 2 different ways to make it. You can either just use white because the neck of my chibis is not really visible, or you can use the technique that I also used for the Shingeki no Kyojin chibis, which is making the body from 2 different colors. So here is a ball of flesh clay and a ball of white clay, and then just roll it between your palms to make teardrop shapes. Make sure that the teardrop shapes are small enough for the body, and then cut each of them in half. Take the bottom half of the white ball and the top part of the flesh colored clay, stick them on top of each other, and make the 2 colors bond. As I said, on my chibis the neck is not really visible, so I'm going to go with a plain white body. For the legs, prepare 2 snakes and cut them to the desired length. Roll those up into balls, stick 2 balls on top of each other and press them together. Roll them out and press them together again until the 2 colors have bonded. Then get out a very thin strip of the same color that you use for the boots. And you see I'm having a hard time applying it. And then just wrap it around the leg like shown. You want to have them cross at the front of the boot. Then carefully cut off any excess clay and rearrange if you have to. Also prepare the other leg, then cut them off at an angle so that you can apply them to the body more easily. Pinch them a little bit, also pinch the boots, and then twist and push your needle tool to pre-poke a hole. Insert your head pin and bake the body and the head before you continue. Then get out a thin strip of this mint color and make the ruffles, and then pre-flatten that in your fingers before flattening it out further on the work surface. And then smooth it onto the baked body. Next you want to get out 2 white triangles and apply them like shown. One on the front and one on the back. You want to make the seam look nice by applying a thin strip of white clay. prepare 2 arms, and then get out a thin strip of the mint color and make 2 indents with the dull end of your blade. Wrap that strip around the arms, cut off any excess clay, and smooth it out a little bit. Then you can apply both arms to your body. I also pinched them a little bit to make cutesy little hands. Then get out a triangle that you cut down to the center and wrap it around like shown for her collar. Next up is the bow, so get a thin strip of blue clay and prepare it like shown. Then pinch roll a tiny ball of the mint color between 2 fingers, make an indent with the dull end of your blade, and then squish it to make a tiny little heart for the center of the bow. You want to apply the elongated triangle shapes first because that's the ribbon that dangles down from the bow. Then lightly press the bow onto the chibi's body. Bake that again. Don't forget to make the bow in the back. Then get out a sheet of the hair color and wrap that around the head. Pinch and cut off any excess clay, and then smooth everything out using your fingers. Then apply 2 balls of flesh colored clay, make 2 indents and connect those with a line, and then reshape the ear a little bit. Here I already prepared the bangs, so go ahead and apply those. I just cut these out from a sheet of clay. Then smooth them onto the head using your tools. Measure the length for her hair, and I use the same technique that I used for Sailor Jupiter's hair, so just make leaf shapes, texture those and both sides and swirl them up. And then I applied her individual curls onto her head. It doesn't look like the original, so if you don't like that technique, you can use a different one. Rearrange the individual strands of hair as you go along. Then put the head on the head pin and bake the chibi for one last time. After she is cooled, you can go ahead and apply acrylic paint into the eye sockets. Wait in between coats for the paint to dry. I did not paint on any pupils just because I wanted to have her a dreamy look. So here is the finished character. Don't forget to glaze it after the paint has completely dried. I also added some chain to turn her into a necklace. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and comment and subscribe. Sharing would also be much appreciated. What other characters would you like me to make? Comment it down below or write me an email at kawaiipassionpw@gmail.com. Hope to see you again next time. Bye!